Hey guys, it's Amélie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I am doing another 24-hour readathon. So this is actually my second 24-hour readathon. I did one previously back in April, so I will leave that linked up on the screen for you to watch if you haven't seen it yet. But today I decided to do another one of these because apparently I like to put my body through this kind of thing. I don't know. I just felt like doing one. So today I will be doing things a little differently from last time. I will not be going through a random TBR, or I won't be having a theme. I actually decided to give myself a little challenge and try to finish a series that I started reading 3 years ago, but for some reason that I never got around to finishing. And that series is the Shatter Me series by the Unravel, which consists of Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, and 2 novellas. I think they're named Fracture Me and Destroy Me. So today we will be trying to read the original Shatter Me trilogy. I call that the original Shatter Me trilogy because the Unravel announced that she was releasing new installments to the series. She's actually released one book in these new installments, but we won't be reading that today because I want to concentrate on those, and I just don't have the 4th book, which is called Restore Me. I just don't have it with me, so we'll be concentrating on the OJ trilogy. So for the next 24 hours, I will be reading all of the Shatter Me series. Right now it is 11:55. The readathon starts at midnight, so I'm gonna go get ready, grab my stuff, get myself a cup of something, and set up my reading area, and then we'll get started. So it is 12:03. I don't even know if you can see because of the brightness on my phone, but the readathon has officially started, and of course I will be starting with Shatter Me. I actually forgot to mention, but I've read most of the books that I'm about to read today. I read the first 2 books and the novellas in the Shatter Me series. The only book that I haven't read is the 3rd one, so I guess I will be going through the first 4 installments very quickly, but I don't know, we'll see how much time it takes me. But the first book is actually like a little bit more than 300 pages, so I do believe that I can read that fairly quickly. So I guess we'll get started. I have my cup of hot cocoa, and now I'm gonna stop talking and start reading. Okay guys, so it's 1:39 and I am on page 121 of Shatter Me. So far I'm enjoying it. I have to admit that I don't remember much from this series. I know I've read it like a while ago, but I don't remember a lot of it. But the writing style is kind of confusing because Juliet is narrating the story, and Juliet is the main character, and she's, I want to say broken, but that's not the word that I'm looking for, but she's been traumatized, and like she has this tendency to cross out words and like not say what's really on her mind, and overall like she's repeating sentences, and like she sounds a little bit insane when you read from her point of view, but like she's actually not that insane. But yeah, so it's a little bit confusing, but other than that I'm enjoying it. And I remember what it was like to love Adam in the first book and like hate Warner with all of my being. Alright, so it's 4:35 a.m. and I just finished reading, let me grab the book, Shatter Me. I really enjoyed it. It's just as good as I remembered. However, like I wouldn't say that this is my favorite. Like I don't think the series is just gonna be that for me. Maybe I'll change my mind like during the rest of the books, but as of now I'd say I enjoyed the series, but I wouldn't say it's an all-time favorite. However, I can totally understand why people would love it so much. I do have a few minor issues with like the writing. I understand why Tara Mafi writes the way that she does, because she's portraying a character that has like PTSD, so it's like very normal that she's like narrating the story the way that she does, but it's still a struggle to get through. And yeah, I thought I would like I don't know, I thought it would be easier, but it still bothers me, and I read like 300 pages of it. So yeah, right now, however, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep for a little while. I know I shouldn't, like technically if I wanted this to be like very successful, I wouldn't sleep at all. I just read all day, but I'm tired. I could barely concentrate on the last few chapters, even though like I was interested in the story. So I think I'm just gonna go to sleep for a little while. I'll put my alarm for like 8 a.m. so I can get at least 3 hours of sleep, and then we'll continue reading tomorrow morning. Well, today, later, I guess. So it's now 7:37 and I just woke up. I slept about 3 hours, and I feel so much better. I feel like rejuvenated and ready to take on the day of reading. So right now I'm very much starving, so I'm gonna make myself some breakfast, and then I'll get started with Destroy Me, which is a novella between Shatter Me and Unravel Me, the sequel. So I'll read that. It's about 100 pages, so I think I could get that done under an hour, so I can move on to Unravel Me as soon as possible. Okay, so it turns out I didn't have Destroy Me on my e-reader. I know I have it downloaded somewhere, so I'm gonna open up my computer and download that onto my e-reader. So I've had breakfast already, and now I'm gonna read. I wasn't able to read while eating because I was very hungry, so I was like, I'm not gonna wait until I have downloaded the ebook to start reading, to start eating. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And I'm also, like, while we're at it, I'm probably gonna update my Goodreads review for Shatter Me, because some things that I've mentioned, sorry about the dog, but some things that I've mentioned in my initial review have changed. My opinion has changed a little bit, so I want to update that to reflect on my new opinion. Alright, so it's now 8:37 and I am now starting at Destroy Me. I finally downloaded it and now we can read. So it's now 10:35 and I just finished reading Destroy Me by Tara Mafi. I really enjoyed this novella. I think it is one of my favorite installments in the series that I can remember of. I know it's crazy, it's just like a short story, but it made us see Werner in such a different light. And after reading the first book, I thought like Werner is such a psychotic, like a maniac. I don't know, like he is mentally ill. Like I thought for sure. I didn't understand why people loved him so much, but after reading the novella, now I'm like, okay, I remember why people love him so much. I'm gonna jump right into Unravel Me. Also, I just wanted to note that I've just reached my Goodreads 2018 reading challenge, and I don't understand how that's possible. So yeah, I read 50 books. Awesome. So now I've changed my challenge and made it 80, which means that I'm really behind on schedule. But it's fine. I know that I've reached my initial challenge, so we're good. So now I am just gonna start reading. Alright you guys, so it's almost 1 p.m. It's actually 12:44 and I am on page 103 of Unravel Me. I think it's such a pretty cover. Can we talk about that for a second? I keep staring at it and I'm like, wow, you're so beautiful. But I'm reading this at a much slower pace than I had anticipated. I don't know why. I keep getting distracted, but I really want to finish all 3 books and the novella before midnight. So I will have to really start getting my ish together so that I can finish this and be done with it. It's not even that it's not interesting. I just feel like it's very, not overwhelming, but I don't know, I have this feeling where I want to read, but I'm not sure I actually want to read. But right now I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch yet, so we're gonna make that. And yes, I got dressed and like did my hair somewhat. I feel very cute today. I'm wearing like this romper with a long-sleeved white t-shirt underneath, and I feel like it's the perfect way to transition into fall. Like, still wear your summer clothes and be comfortable, let's be honest, and like still be somewhat warm. So I'm happy with my choice, and I feel like it looks super cute as well. So I'm happy about that. But now I'm gonna prepare some lunch. I think I'm gonna make some ramen. I feel like eating that for some reason. And I will of course continue reading. So it's 2:38 and I'm on page 202 of Unravel Me, and it's crazy how little I remembered about the actual plot of these books. Like, I remembered the like main parts, like the important stuff, like, but a lot of it I had actually forgotten, so I feel like I'm reading a brand new book even though I've read this before. So this is kind of fun. Also, Kenji is my favorite character. Like, he's so funny. I love him so much. I feel like he doesn't get appreciated as much on Twitter and like BookTube and everywhere else, but honestly, as of now, Kenji is my favorite. Not sure if my opinion will change like while reading the last book, but I just love him so much. Okay, so I'm on page 247 and holy shit, I had completely forgotten that this was happening. Biggest plot twist ever. I don't want to spoil you guys, so I will show you very quickly. I'm where I'm at. But if you've read the book, you know. But oh my god, I had completely forgotten. Quite honestly, I didn't know. This was like brand new information to me, and I'm kind of freaking out right now. Hey you guys, so it's now 6:10 and I am on page 413 of Unravel Me. I'm still not done with it. I have about like 30 pages left of it to read before I am done and I can move on to Fracture Me. There's a lot of information that seems new to me, so I'm not reading as fast as I thought that I would, but I'm still confident that I can read Ignite Me and Fracture Me before midnight. We still have like about 6 hours left of reading to do, so I am confident that I can finish everything and reach my goal of finishing the series before midnight. But right now I'm just gonna go finish Unravel Me so I can move on to Fracture Me, and once again I need to stop talking and just get to reading. So it's 6:45 and I just finished reading Unravel Me, and it was so good. Like, I really think I preferred it to the first book. Like, the first book was good, but this one was just so great, and I cannot wait to see how things unfold. I just cannot wait to see what happens. Honestly, I'm glad that I have the third book so that I can start reading it. But before we dive into Fracture Me, which is the novella between Unravel Me and Ignite Me, I want to update my Goodreads review and just like wrap things up nicely so I can move on to Fracture Me as soon as possible. So it's now 8 p.m. and as you can tell I have a face mask on. For those asking, it is the Origins Dragon Fruit Brightening Superfruit Mask, and I'm really liking it. I feel like my skin really needed this today, especially because I didn't get that much sleep, so I just felt like my skin needed a little pick-me-up. So I finished reading Fracture Me, which quite honestly is probably my least favorite of all of Tara Mafi's work as of now. I've never really been a fan of Adam, and in the first book I didn't really mind him, but in the second book he started getting on my nerves. And this novella just confirmed that, like, I just didn't like him and I don't think I ever will. And that's okay. However, I really think that it was nice to see things from his perspective for once. So right now I'm about to go wash this off and then I can jump in the shower, wash my hair, get ready for bed. And then I'll be starting Ignite Me. I am super excited to dive into that one because with the way that Unravel Me ended, I am very excited to see where things are gonna go from here. So this book is about 350 pages, so I think like in the 4 hours that I still have, I'll be able to finish this. I hope I'll be able to finish this because we gotta finish this before midnight, people. So I think I'll start right now because my mom's in the shower. Alright, you guys, so it's now 8:36 and I'm out of the shower and I'm ready to tackle Ignite Me. For the next 3.5 hours, I will be attempting to finish this, and I know I can do this. This is a final sprint. Hey you guys, so it's now 12:38 a.m. and I just finished reading Ignite Me, and I'm kind of conflicted over this last installment. While I love the character development and I just really love seeing how far these characters have come, there was no plot to this story. Like, it was just them coming at terms with like their relationships and who they were and like actually who they are. I'm kind of tired right now, and yeah, overall it's good. I just don't think like there was so much potential for more, and I feel like Taramaki just tried to pack the action that she promised us in the last 50 pages, and it wasn't even worth it because it wasn't that good. So yeah, I'm conflicted because I really loved seeing the characters and like seeing them interact with one another, but yeah, plot wise it sucked. Right now I'm just gonna go to bed because I have to wake up early tomorrow morning because I'm working, but I will be doing a little wrap up where I can give you more in-depth thoughts about the series in general. And even though I did not finish reading the book by 12, like by midnight, I still feel like this is accomplished. I read all of the Shatter Me series in 24 hours, and I feel like if I hadn't slept, I would have been able to reach my goal. But so, I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it's now a couple of days later and I just wanted to film a little conclusion to this readathon. So in those 24 hours I read the entire Shatter Me series except for the new installments, Restore Me, but whatever, we're not counting that. So the first book that I read during this readathon is Shatter Me by Taramaki. I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Next I read Destroy Me, which is the novella between the first and second installment in the series, and I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. After that I read Unravel Me, which is a sequel to Shatter Me, and I gave this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. After that I read another novella in the series called Fracture Me, and this one takes place between the second and third book in the series, and it focuses on Adam, and I give this book a 3 out of 5 stars. And finally I read the last book in the original trilogy, Ignite Me, and I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Overall, during this 24-hour readathon I ended up reading a grand total of 1,378 pages, which is kind of crazy. To me it feels like I didn't read as much, but it's probably because I read them in a bunch of different formats. Like the novellas were ebooks, so I think that switching things up made me read more, maybe, I don't know. I just feel like I read more than I had thought that I did. So let's talk about Shatter Me, like the series in general. So I really feel like Shatter Me holds a lot of potential, and I understand why it's a lot of people's favorite. If I had read this while it was popular back in like 2015, I probably would have enjoyed this more than I did now. I feel like I've read so many dystopian novels and like I've seen better. Overall, the characters are absolutely incredible. During the series you can see them grow, and I loved seeing their character development. I think Taramaki did such an incredible job at portraying these characters and making them evolve and grow as the story went. However, my main issue with this series is the lack of plot in general. I feel like all of the novels, like the first 3 at least, I don't know about Restore Me because I haven't read it yet, but I just feel like there wasn't any plot going on. Like, it's mostly about the characters coming at term with who they are, and mostly Juliet because she's the main character and the narrator of the story, so I think it's a lot about her growth. But I just feel like for a dystopian novel that tackles on like a war, and it features a bunch of characters who are trying to fight the government. We don't see a lot of that happening, and the few moments that we actually do see that happening are very underwhelming and not very well done. Like in Ignite Me, for example, after Unravel Me, I thought, okay, like we're gonna see action and it's gonna be amazing and we're gonna see fights and like a war going on, but it just ended up being like these two characters developing a relationship. There was so much potential for more. Overall, I did really enjoy the series, but like I said, I think I would have enjoyed it more while it was popular back in the days. I don't know about the new installments in the series. I'm very excited to see where it goes actually, because I don't know where things could go from here. I'm sure there's something that Her Murphy can do with the world that she has created, because like I said, I feel like she hasn't exploited it as much as she should have. I do love the series, but I just don't think it's going to be a favorite of mine. I'm glad that I've read it, and I'm very happy to see where things go from here. But overall, like, it's a great series if you're looking for something like with great characters set in the dystopian world that has sort of a romance. It has a love triangle, which I'm not a big fan of, but this one was kind of okay. I didn't struggle with it as much as I did with other love triangles, so like I feel like this one was kind of well done. However, just be aware that this is not going to be an action-packed series at all. It is fun if you like character development. Highly recommend this one. Overall, it just wasn't a favorite of mine. So I guess that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And I guess that's it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!